Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The Mayon volcano is now under Alert Level 3. The upgrade from Alert Level 2 comes as FEVOX observed an increased tendency for a hazardous eruption. What this means is that there is a possibility of a magmatic eruption involving lava flow. FEVOX has reported more and more rockfall events in Mayon, from 54 to 267 in just a few days. FEVOX has recommended the evacuation of residents living within the volcano's 6-kilometer permanent danger zone. On the other hand, the VOG, or volcanic smog from Taal Volcano, is starting to take its tolls on residents in its vicinity. Let's get some details from Justine Punsalang, who's reporting to us live from Batangas. Justine, how's it going over there? Can you smell the sulfur in the air? What's the latest from your end?
Right now, Sean, we cannot really smell the sulfur dioxide, but it is present earlier when it was emitted by the Taal volcano. However, the records show that the number or the volume of smog emitted by the Taal volcano is lesser compared to the past few days, only recording 5,000 tons yesterday as compared to the 9,000 tons on Monday. Since Monday, around 120 residents in Laurel, Batangas complained about the effects of sulfur dioxide in the air from the volcanic smog or VOG emitted by the volcano. According to Laurel's Rural Health Unit, these complaints are still considered mild, with symptoms such as cold, cough, itchy throat, and eye irritation. But the good news is the LGU has not yet recorded any hospitalization due to the VOG. Aside from face mask and medicine distribution, the local government also continues their information drive to residents. They are advised not to leave the house unless necessary. Amid the Taal's continuous activity, the town of Laurel participated in the simultaneous earthquake drill this morning. The Batangas PDRRMO believes that the drill is very timely and could help if the volcano actually erupts. Based on the current activity, the Batangas PDRRMO assured the residents that there is no reason for them to panic, but they need to stay alert. Supplies are already stockpiled and ready for distribution. Since Taal is still under Alert Level 1, there is still no preemptive evacuation. Sean, tomorrow, the local governments and different agencies in the Calabarzon region are scheduled to have a meeting in preparation in case the Taal volcano erupts. Among the things to be discussed are the contingency plans and evacuation plans. They are looking or assessing if Batangas residents need to seek refuge in nearby provinces such as Cavite and Laguna. Sean?
Right, thank you so much for those updates, and do take care out there. Justine Punsalang of News 5 reporting to us live from Batangas. Moving on now to another story, Justice Secretary Boying Remulla believes that the legal team of former Senator Laila De Lima is taking too many risks. Remulla says that De Lima could have secured her temporary freedom if her petition for bail was based on humanitarian grounds instead of on the merits of her remaining drug case. The DOJ chief said he had warned De Lima's lawyers about this. Yesterday, the Muntinlupa Regional Trial Court Branch 256 junked De Lima's application for bail.
We would not have objected if there is a petition for bail based on humanitarian grounds, because siya, after all, 6 years na siya. Pero mas gusto nila magpasikat ng ganun O kaya magparinig at magpahiwatig na ang tingin nila kayang-kaya nila yung kaso. Habeas corpus should have been put in issue, at yung 6 na taon in detention should have been the reason, not the weakness of the evidence or the strength of the evidence.
We have more stories for you after this quick break. Keep it here on One News. You're still with us here on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Vice President Sara Duterte says that House Speaker Martin Romualdez had nothing to do with her decision to run for Vice President. This was the VP's response to Cavite Representative Elpidio Barzaga, who claimed that the Speaker had been instrumental in her candidacy. Barzaga is the president of the National Unity Party, which recently reaffirmed its alliance with the Romualdez-led Lakas CMD. Meantime, VP Sara reaffirmed her full support for the Marcos administration. She says that the administration remains stable and strong amid all these political developments. Last month, VP Sara stepped down as chairperson of Lakas CMD, citing political toxicity. Her resignation from the party came after her ally, former President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, was demoted to Deputy Speaker. And newly minted Defense Chief Gibo Teodoro says that he will prioritize the marching orders of President Bongbong Marcos. Teodoro told the chiefs that the president directed him to focus on reviewing the proposed reforms to the military or to the pension system of military and uniformed personnel. He also explained what he intends to do with the pension fund.
And I'm going to review the plan in the coming days because that is the first marching order of the president. My job being to intermediate once again between the end beneficiaries who are our troops in the service right now and the legislature, which will enact the MUP reform plan. Another issue is how to find the source for the seed capital if it's going to be a fund at all. There are two things that I will insist on. Firstly, that, of course, to grow the fund, you need to take some risk. Secondly, the management of that fund should be subject to what the BSP calls the fit and proper rule. There should be total transparency and reporting of the fund.
On another matter, Teodoro emphasized that other countries should be sincere about wanting to have good relations with the Philippines. The new defense secretary added that he will not fall into, quote, the trap of siding with one camp, citing the conflict in the Taiwan Strait.
If other countries are sincere about having good relations with the Philippines, they have to give us a modicum of trust that we are responsible, that we are not puppets of anyone, and that we want the Philippines for the Filipinos.
And in tech, AI or artificial intelligence is promising emotional support to humans. But what happens when that support changes or goes away? Let's find out from this Bloomberg Quick Take.
As generative AI's capabilities grow, it's creating new ways to forge human-like connections with machines. From a virtual companion to share a laugh with, to an AI therapist that lends an ear. Some are finding that AI gets pretty close to the emotional support, friendship, or even sexual gratification that they'd find in a person. But while the yearning for love and companionship is only human, the AI chatbots that are increasingly filling that void for many people are not. The more sophisticated algorithms become, it's raising concerns about our reliance on systems that could have real emotional and psychological impact. Is it giving people false hope? And what happens when the code powering your AI girlfriend, boyfriend, or shrink changes or goes offline forever? With loneliness on the rise, artificial intelligence could offer a solace that's hard to find in the real world. Sure, an AI friend could have benefits, but it also has risks we've yet to fully understand, and other consequences that could come from connections forged by code.
One News Now will be back at 5:30 p.m. I'm Sean Yao. We are One Youth.